mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban Xcellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast.
Urban X Podcast.
We are back in the building.
In the building.
Are you good?
Now, why is my mic not on? In the building. What's happening?
Are you straight?
I don't know. I don't see me.
See, man, black people.
I should be on.
We be trying to get this show on time and prepared, and now look at you.
Nah, let's keep rocking.
All right, cool.
I don't see what the issue is.
But
well, they should be able to hear us out there.
No, they can hear us. They can hear us.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out what the dilly is, yo. What the dilly be.
It's too late. Leave it.
Is it?
Leave it.
Is it?
Yeah, we can do all that in post.
Hold on. Let's see. All right, now I'm back on. 1 2 1 2.
No, it's over.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in post. But thank you guys for joining us this week. Another full week, the Urban X Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you always.
Always.
We're here.
Always. We are here in the mix. We will take care of that in post.
Like I said.
Yes. Yes.
So your picture's not going to be on the wall this
month, right?
Yeah, this month. It's a wrap.
I think I was winning, too. I was definitely...
Yeah, because you held it down while I wasn't here.
I was close to winning.
You held it down while I wasn't here, but
absolutely.
now...
I was definitely close to winning, and then this happens.
So, how was your week?
The week was pretty good.
Okay.
Everything has been beautiful in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My family loves me.
Yes, still.
And that's the number one thing that I be leaning towards. Yes, family love, family support.
Facts.
Little man has been good. Yes,
pooping and eating everything.
Yeah.
Oh, shouts out to Coriel from the Work University. We actually did a Urban Xcellence Story on her a while back.
Right.
And she sent in a package of diapers, and we got it. Thank you so much, because he actually goes through a lot of diapers already.
Okay, so he goes through a lot of diapers
already.
And now you're out. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I just told you to leave it.
Yeah, I was trying to fix it in real time.
Not that nice.
Yeah, that's just weirdo stuff.
Not that nice.
Weirdo stuff. But we will take care of that in post. What's been going on this week out here in the world? Urban Nation, how y'all doing?
So yesterday, we could recap the battle.
Let's start there. Let's
recap the battle real quick. It was DMX versus Snoop Dogg, and we both had Snoop winning.
Yes,
we both had Snoop winning, but that wasn't the case. I gave that to DMX.
I gave DMX the slight edge, but the post I put up, and I think this most accurately summarizes this. I thought DMX bought the energy and Snoop bought the flow.
That's a real safe.
No. What I mean was I was able to see it in real time. You think of two dogs, right? One is a pit bull, and the other one is like a Doberman or something. So
he looks like a Doberman,
and he looks like a Doberman. Yeah. So with that in mind, every time DMX hit him with the high energy, Snoop didn't try to match that high energy because he's not a high energy dude. He stayed in his lane and hit you with the G-Funk and what made him special. And to me, that was the most excellent part of the battle, is don't let somebody else dictate what you put out, because then you'll be trying to be them. DMX stayed in DMX's lane. We kill niggas, rob niggas, we be in niggas' pockets, row, throw niggas in the trunk. You know, he was on that shit. And Snoop was on that G-Funk, baby. You know how we do. Let's get that money, baby. And he stayed there, and they both had hits. You know what I mean? And I thought the last 5 songs that were played, DMX went up with the energy. You know what I'm saying? And where the hood at? He started really, and I didn't think Snoop matched it, but Snoop kind of stayed on the Doggy Style album. You know what I mean? I didn't hear Gin and Juice. There was a few joints I didn't hear that he could have played, you know, because his catalog is so extensive. But I felt good for DMX.
It was nice to see him healthy. You know what I mean? Just and seeing him being celebrated too, because we gave at first, we were giving the edge to Snoop at first because of just longevity.
Right, his catalog is just
we wasn't taken away from X.
And not to knock that, Snoop, Mike, he got so much shit, he could do another verses.
He can with totally different songs.
Songs, and maybe that was his thing. You know, he's like, yo, I'm just gonna hit him with this, and he looking for a bigger fish to fry, or so to speak, because it was just one of those things. But DMX's energy, them songs, what they represented for us here, are the same thing what Snoop songs represented on the West. And I thought it was very, very close. And I thought it got down to the last 4 or 5 joints, and DMX energy went way up.
Shout out to YO, man, the 914.
They did that damn thing. They did that damn thing.
They got 2. They got 2 wins right now.
They got 2 wins right
with
now.
With Jada and X.
And so with that being said, it tied into some spiritual aspects with Dog Star. You know what I mean? Ooh. This is Sirius Rising. And Sirius Rising, we're in the time of Sirius Rising.
Oh, wow.
And that is the Dog Star. So when you had Dog versus Dog, you know what I'm saying, looking at it from that perspective, and Dog facing Dog is a reflection, so it's kind of like God energy going into Leo. You know what I mean? So we had a lot of energy taking place with DMX representing the red, because, you know, blood of my blood, and Snoop being the Crip. So you had that dynamic going on all at the same time in the Dog Days of August. So it became serious.
No
you know
pun
what I mean?
intended?
Yeah, no pun. Pun intended.
Pun intended? Okay.
So that sometimes just goes to show. I'm not saying they planned that, but I'm just simply saying the synchronicity of it
is wild.
Is wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start going, that's interesting. You know what I mean? Because remember, DMX was trying to get Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was his first.
Which again, like I don't understand, because when they first started talking about that, people scoffed at it like he can't go with
no,
Jay.
Listen.
He definitely can.
He got hits.
Yeah.
And he got hits that represent a certain demographic. You know what I mean? And Snoop is Uncle Snoop. It just is what it is.
Yeah. He's too cool for everything.
And he's so smooth
with everything.
And he stayed in his lane. So if I had to give an edge, because I picked Snoop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When I listen, because I listened to the whole thing, and I just thought, you know, at the last end, like coming down to a nose, you know, 2 dogs fighting, coming down to a nose, I thought DMX kind of edged them out a bit. But that's up for debate, and that's why these verses are good. You know what I mean? And to see DMX singing Snoop's joints, and Snoop joint,
that's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be, for real. Yeah,
rocking with you know what I mean? So that whole process was real dope, and you know, I really appreciated it. You know what I mean?
Somebody said Jay would have watched X. I don't know.
Not necessarily.
I don't
know. But again, because it's a Free Will Boss, appreciate
it and appreciate
because it's not a performance-based thing.
Yeah.
And it's just the music. Jay might have came out on edge, but performance-wise, you don't want to get on after DMX. Nobody does. You know what I'm saying? His energy was just crazy in his prime. So if we just talking song for song, that's why it's hard to judge him, because just because DMX came with the energy and you thinking, and Snoop came with this joint that just was a little bit more universal in how it rocked out. Because when he threw that joint on by Pharrell,
beautiful.
Oh yeah, it changed the energy in the room. But when my man played I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get, dude, the energy in the room changed. So you had these joints that, and so I think it was real dope. I think I would like to see Biggie and Tupac. You know what I'm saying? That would be kind of cool.
Like somebody played it.
Of course, somebody. That might be cool. Just nostalgic.
Oh my gosh, I don't like talking about Tupac anymore because Tupac fans are.
Yeah, but saying,
they're worse than Jay-Z fans.
They are. But just saying, looking at it from that perspective. So whether you had Snoop or you had DMX, everybody, hip hop won, and that was my final thing. I said the energy came from X, the flow came from Snoop, and the winner was hip hop.
So real quick, shout out to Ant C. That says Atlantic City, thank you. Free World Boss, of course, thank you. And I feel like somebody else should send something. We appreciate everybody's donations.
True story. Yeah, they balanced each other out. One brought energy, one brought the calmness. So you got to see, the order and the chaos all happening. The red, the blue, the order, the chaos, God, the dog, all of this stuff happening during Sirius Rising, going into the dog days of summer in the months of Jason. We had it all. We had it all in that moment.
Yes. Also, shout out to, real quick, before we get into it, Jay Brown.
Jay Brown, thank you so much.
All right, so let's get into it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, a few days ago, 15 people were shot in a drive-by shooting in Chicago on Tuesday, and it was at a funeral.
At a funeral
of somebody who was a victim of a drive-by shooting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when things like this happen, Trump always gets on his horn and says Chicago has to figure out what to do. I'm going to send in troops. So he actually threatened to send in some federal agents to Chicago, the same ones that were in Portland who were just taking people off the street.
Taking people off the streets, yeah,
plainclothes agents that were just trying to like handle things. So first off, the violence in Chicago, that's different.
That's a different form of violence, and I don't think we have enough time to get into the layers of it, because there are people in Chicago and they swear that the weekend, for some strange reason, is when all of this is popping, to insinuate that there's something else going on, because brothers are not that deep and complex to say you can live Monday through Thursday, but when Friday comes, it's on and popping. It would be on site. So that would insinuate that there's something else going on.
What if like the mindset have to be like as a black kid growing up to just kind of chalk it up that you might not live to 21?
Right. So I speak about this in my book, that some of these individuals are fearless. These kids are not afraid of death. You know what I mean? Yeah. And with that being said, it's not that they have no regard for life. They're just warriors. There's a warrior spirit. But if they're not trained in what war is on all aspects, then they'll wage war amongst themselves. And we're seeing that because all they do is come back and start waging war again. So we haven't been able to funnel that energy, you know what I'm saying, to let them know why they're here. That's why it's important you talk to Noble. Talk to him now. I know you've been talking to him before he hit the earth, so that he understands how important he is and where he comes from and what you are expecting of him, so that he'll have a sense. Because right now, he knows where he just came from. You don't.
Are we confusing him?
You confusing him with the He like, what the fuck is this? Who is this dude? Don't he know I'm so and so from the 9th dynasty, and I'm just here to take on a new body? I just need y'all to clear the way so I can get my work done. Oh, table? Oh, little shiny thing? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, shit. But soon he just forget. He go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to shit in my diaper, make this goofy dude clean the shit up, spit up, make wifey clean that shit up.
Oh, my God.
So what you're seeing is, in the grand scheme of things, we used to incarnate with memory in place, right? So with the bad food, the bad water, the bad thinking, the bad drinking, all that may have been, kind of, sabotage, so to speak. So we have these young people who are coming here with a lot of energy, and guns just so happen to show up.
Yeah, it's
in
just
Chicago.
like
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
we don't make the guns. We don't do none of that, but they just so happen to be readily available.
Yeah.
And now there's a war.
I really can't imagine living like that. Like, I remember when I lived in the Bronx, and 183rd, it's two sides. It's 183rd Jerome on east side, so it's west side and east side.
East side and west side.
So I remember a time where there was a lot of friction between both sides, and everything always was on the other side. So anytime like Clinton or somebody who had to go to somewhere, he would call me like, "Yeah, let's go over there." So, but I remember the feeling of tension, and when stuff would happen, people would get jumped. Rarely somebody like actually got killed, but to actually know 10, 15 people just like off
this going, you become numb to death.
That's insane,
right? You become numb to death, and it sort of reminded me of the 80s crack era, where there was so many bodies just everywhere. Because remember, the crack hit the streets, but there weren't any rules and regulations. Anybody who had some baking soda and a little bit of powder started cooking it up. It wasn't like the dope game where somebody brought you in and they taught you the streets, how to do things. 3 o'clock, we're going to chill for a minute, let the kids move out of the way. It was certain rules, and that was not just in New York, that was all over the place. When you were brought into organized crime, as it was called, it's called organized for a reason.
Side note, there's actually a new documentary series on Netflix called Fear City, New York versus the Mob.
Oh, New York versus the Mob?
It's on Netflix now.
Okay. I'm going to definitely check that out.
Interesting
stuff, right? Yeah.
Again, like just the mindset on this is the code, you know what I'm saying? And all of these 5 families, mind you, they all beefed with each other, but this is the code.
This is the code.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. This is the code, right? Mm-hmm. And then crack hit, and there was so much money readily available, it just was popping up everywhere. You know what I mean? And these dudes weren't built for the streets. They had no code, and we had a lot of bodies laying all over the place. And when you add that kind of money or potential for monetary gain to a starving community, right? Then that's what we had. So we had a lot of chaos, and a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of families were broken apart. You know what I'm saying? So this reminds me of that when I see Chicago and other places like that. Like, y'all just out here just letting loose.
I wonder, we have a lot of listeners and viewers from Chicago. I wonder what the stats are of not black men in the community, like fathers in the actual community.
Right.
Because there's a study done by this Harvard professor who says that fathers in the home obviously help, but if there's a lot of fathers within the community,
yes,
that helps a lot.
Of course. So because we had me growing up, I didn't have my dad with me, but we had a few community dads.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
We had a few, my man Big Mac, Ron, who was my coach. We had a few Hugo. There were a few community dads who lived up to that. You know what I mean? And they kept us off the streets, and they kept us involved with things, because idle time is always a vice, right?
Everywhere.
And so we stayed in sports, we stayed in these programs, and then I saw the separation. I saw when the guys from the family, I was a crew up the block, they got into the crack game heavy, and they were living that life. And then there were a few of us who stayed on the sports team. We veered into music, so every little bit of money we got, went into equipment. And then you saw the split in the community, and then you saw bodies drop, and then you saw dudes go up and do. My man Ty from the family, went to buy either a helicopter with a bag of cash. He was at the car show. You know, they do the big car shows. And it was a helicopter or one of these fancy ass cars. And he had the money in his pocket to buy it on the spot. And I think the feds was like, really?
Yeah.
And then that led to, it was either he was coming to pick it up, something really bizarre.
That makes sense.
Shout out Ty, you know what I'm saying? Because he was getting it like that. But the audacity to be like, yo, I think he had a duffel bag on him. Like, yo, how much? $250? I got that now. Like, can I? And he didn't realize, no, nigga, you cannot drive this off the lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, we'd like Harvey to speak to you.
Yeah.
He's our manager, and he ain't been home since. Maybe somebody in the family who's watching could let me know if he's home, and you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. So. You know, I want to send our well wishes out there into Chicago. Because now they're going to drop those troops on the street, and then you'll see more innocent black people targeted as if we're the issue. And so we don't know where this is going to go.
At a certain point, like, how do you even combat something like that? It just seems like, you know, violence is so ingrained, and I don't think you just stop it with troops. You get what I'm saying?
No. But I'm always looking at the forward planning of this.
Yeah.
Is this a template that we will see in other places? So a lot of times they'll choose a city, and this city will be the one that we are going to send a message, right? Because he also mentioned New York and somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, this could be what we'll start seeing. And I forget, the elder said, once you start seeing domestic troops on these streets, and they said it's going to be soldiers that don't speak English. He said when them boys show up, you know it's over, because they ain't talking to you.
Yeah.
They don't even speak your language. They don't want to hear shit you saying.
Because I've always thought like it'll be hard for somebody who's American to do that to other Americans. You know what I'm saying? Somebody black to do that to other black people. Like, yo, what you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I get that.
So that's one of those things, you know, that we'll keep a close eye on to see how it moves, because it's in Portland now.
Yes.
And now it's in Chicago. So let's see how it moves, where it moves, and where it goes from there. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we will pay very close attention to that.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, America, the
Kevin
U.S.
Macon, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for the donation. So, America just paid almost $2 billion to Pfizer, a biotech company for 100 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine.
100 million doses.
100 million doses. Yes.
That's a lot of doses.
Yes, it is.
That's a lot of doses for 140,000 people who died, and 3 million people they say that could be infected. So 100 million doses. Sheesh.
Yeah.
And time
out. So Pfizer it's not even a set in stone thing that they can actually have a safe vaccine yet. So they got paid for nothing. I mean, not nothing, but
to begin the process.
Yeah.
I believe that these vaccines are already ready.
Oh, for sure.
And I believe that when the time is right, when your government moves into phase 2 or whatever phase number they have of this live exercise that we are all under, right? This is a live exercise that they will have a few companies fighting for who will win the contracts. It may be all of them. Yeah. Maybe this one wins the contract here, that one wins the contract there, and until we know what's exactly in. Because what we have to do, we have to fight to know exactly what is in these vaccines. And somebody gave me a form online of a series of questions that we can ask that may help us become exempt. I will try to put that in the chat if I can find it.
And I've been seeing more because Fauci's back in the news now.
Yes, he's back on.
They're letting him throw the first pitch out
tonight, I think, at the Yankee game or something.
Yeah, versus Nationals game.
Okay.
He even had a quote saying, I don't see us ever beating this, this virus. And when you first see that on the headline, you get immediately worried, like, oh my God, right? Things never go back to normal, but you think like we never beat the cold. The cold is still here.
Right, the cold is still here. The flu is still here.
You get what I'm saying? So like,
our body has the ability, when given the proper time and environment, to figure it out. Melanin is the superpower. Stop screwing with your melanin. Drink a lot of water. All right? Your water is an electrical conduit for your melanin. Get off the sugar. Get off the salt. Certain things you got to do to give the melanin, but you also have to have a meditative state. You got to meditate a little bit to reprogram the melanin to fight off all of these unwanted viruses. The melanin is trying to do it, but when it's confused because it's fighting the jelly donut that went down, and then the Popeye sandwich, and then the mindset of stress, the melanin gets a little confused on where to go. We always lose a few in the battle, but we always win the war. So yes, just like crack came through, it wiped out a lot of people until the crack became almost, I don't even see crackheads no more, not the way we did, right? Which means we evolved. Heroin was wiping people out in the 70s. I don't see nobody leaning over no more. Well, white people now, because they on the meth. It returned, and the opioids, a different vibration of it, and now was their time to understand what we was going through. But they're not melanated individuals, so they need counseling. They just told us figure it out.
Right.
And we did. You know what I mean?
What's so hard about that?
What's so hard about that? Right? So I think we give too much credit to things that exist outside of us.
For sure.
Because that's the way we've been programmed to do with fear, right? Yeah. So I'm not saying, and because I've never said that COVID wasn't real. I lost a few people to it. I'm just saying the way that they're parading this around, they're using it for some other agenda. That's all I've ever really stood on. Watch the agenda. Don't get so focused in on you lost your auntie who also had diabetes and high blood pressure, and she went out with COVID. Don't get so zeroed in on that that you lose the big picture.
They post articles saying a perfectly healthy teen died of COVID, and then you read the article, he was 400 pounds, he had diabetes.
Right.
So he wasn't perfectly healthy.
Absolutely. So that's the word sorcery, and what they're attempting to do with what they do. So our goal here is to examine and to try to balance all of this out so we don't get caught in following any of this. But at the end of the day, if you drink good water, I just bought some hydrogen pills. Right,
I saw those,
right, that add hydrogen to the water. I'm not promoting it because I haven't tested it yet. I only had one.
And you're not a doctor, so that's
and I'm not a doctor. But me and wifey had a glass, and it's nasty. It's some nasty shit. But nasty don't mean bad.
I know.
You know how that shit goes. So some people have the hydrogen water makers, which hydrogenize the water. These are just things I'm experimenting with so that the water I'm drinking is the right water. Because, it's bad water, neutral water, water that don't do nothing. And then there's water that kind of, so get back with me in a month. I'll let you know after 30 days. Because as soon as you drop that in the water, that shit go whoosh, and that shit start dissolving, and then so we're gonna see where that goes. But we know anything that's gonna help the melanin is an asset to us, right? Yes.
Well, Bill Gates, he actually was questioned about the quote unquote conspiracy again recently, and he's saying it's all nonsense. And I'm just like, what the hell did that? You're gonna ask him about conspiracy?
Dude, you can't. That's like asking
any criminal. Did you do it?
Of course not.
No, I did not.
No, I did not.
No.
So no, we don't want to ask him. But there are plenty of doctors who don't get CNN shine.
Well, again, like I said, when you go on these platforms, they screen what your point of view is going to be already.
Right.
Prior to you going on. If you say something too wild, we don't want you.
Right.
That's why that's why when this thing first happened, if you remember I said, I was like, a lot of these doctors are they're trying to just one up each other on how dire the situation is.
Right, absolutely.
It might be 2 million people that's going to die tomorrow. Like, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Whoa.
Because the first report came out, said 2 million deaths. And then it went down to 87 deaths, 87,000. Like, what kind of gross miscalculation is that? And nobody ain't talking about the gross miscalculation that came in Florida last week, where they said they had a 98% infection rate, and it was really 9.8.
Oh,
that's a fact.
Oh,
yeah, that's a fact. I read the report. 9.8, but they swept that under the rug. They didn't want to talk about that. Again, that is a 90%
Again,
inaccurate rate.
Again,
you know what I mean?
Political points.
We about to in these Jason months, because remember it ends with November. Start in July. That should end in November, and then that's the crowning of it. We're in Corona rising. Yeah. There's a lot going on that we in the whirlwind. We just flying. If you don't know, because last night the dog versus dog was significant. You know what I'm saying? If you are in tune, you know what I mean. So. We in the thick of it, but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
Facts.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
To the Urban X community, this will be the last time.
The
last time.
Oh shit! What did we do?
We talk about Nick Cannon.
Oh yeah.
This will be the last time. We talked about it 2 shows, but this is gonna be the last time.
Okay. Yeah. This is kind of like a revisit.
This is
a recap.
Recap to cap it all off. Okay. So after the show on Monday, Professor Griff went on Black Magic 363 Brother Rich to speak about it for the first time, and it was funny because we were watching it, and a lot of things we literally said on the show, he just kind of went in. I'm like, okay, we were on it.
Yeah, absolutely, you know absolutely.
And talked about, Andrew Schultz and brilliant idiots. Like, we were on it. You know what I mean? And then Nick Cannon put out the interview with that rabbi. Fastest interview he's ever put out, because the one with Griff took a whole year to come out.
Ain't that something?
You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't even know you could do this. On the YouTube video, he hid the likes and dislikes, like the count.
Wow.
It just, you can't even see it. I didn't know you could do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we learned something.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that, because I knew they were going to butcher him. If you read the comments, they butcher him.
Right.
And from watching that interview, like, I went from disappointed to disgusted, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He sat there like a lost puppy trying to win the favor back from his master. And we were up here trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
We said counsel, not cancel.
Well, yes.
And it seems like from watching that interview, from listening to what he let that dude get off, he basically threw Farrakhan all the way under the bus.
Yes.
And
with his shallow attempts to say, well, Farrakhan did do some good stuff, he sat there, cowered down, but continued.
Yes, he definitely cowered down, and then it just showed me that he picked a side.
Yes.
Like, for sure. Like, he definitely picked a side, and I have no more to say about it. And I'm done with it.
Okay. I'm me taking a position of eldership in this, right? Mm-hmm. Knowing and understanding that what I've always said, what he does has no bearing on my existence.
That's a fact. That is a right complete fact. Yes.
So with that being said, this is just revealing how Hollywood and all of this star stuff is run its course already. Because even if he was victorious in not bowing down, how did you benefit personally? Right? If he loses his job and he was out on the street, how did you benefit personally? So we invest a lot of our time and energy into other people's journey. Like, every time my team win the chip, I'll be like, yo, we just won the chip. And then one day I was like, nigga, you ain't move off the couch the whole playoff series. Yeah. I don't know what Jordan was feeling at that moment. Yeah. I can only assume the experience is only real to him who is partaking in it. So a lot of times, as a sports fan, you just get extra involved and you feel the loss. Mm-hmm. I've had weeks where I just was like down.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? After my team lost, like, oh, man. And then I had to go, dude, that shit means they're going to roll them basketballs right back out there, hit the reset button, and they're going to be talking the same shit. And, this season, and you ride the whole season. Yeah. So the same thing with these so-called stars, or you know what I mean? And Nick Cannon is new to knowledge, and he misinterpreted, he missed the mark. And instead of him reflecting on missing the mark,
I would have rather that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Reflect on missing the mark. He tried to jump back in and clean it up by getting favor from this Jewish rabbi, who, by the way, was the Jewish rabbi who got Griff thrown out of Public Enemy. I'm gonna say that again. He was the rabbi, or one of the rabbis, who had Griff. And he was proud of that. He was getting ready to go into it, and I was waiting for him, but I guess they kind of got sidetracked. He was proud of that, right? So this shows you full circle. He could have brung anybody up here. He brung the same person who caused Griff pain 30 years ago.
And he deleted the Griff interview off his page.
Yes.
He deleted, I think, the Tariq Nasheed interview off his page and somebody else.
He might have did Rizza Islam.
And then I think he had even Umar taken off his Instagram. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
So what you're saying is that you no longer want to associate with our brothers and sisters who have been in the struggle, right, wrong, and indifferent, who are trying to enhance us, and now you're showing favor because you made some kind of mistake, or in your mind you hurt Jewish people who are masters at victim consciousness. Yeah. He immediately started talking about Simon, who's the fuck I care about, into this conversation. Some great Jewish revolutionary scholar, Simon Schusenfeld or some shit, and what the fuck he did, and just sideswiped everything that we as a people have been through in this country, which dwarfs anything that could have happened in Auschwitz. Yeah. Okay, that's just a fact. Now, I'm not here comparing victim consciousness or comparing deaths, but I'm just calling it like it is. And if you're not going to stand on that ground and say, wait a minute, all right, I may have misspoken in the way I said it, but I'm going to stand on what I said, then, but again, I didn't take any wins or losses from Nick Cannon, but as conversation, because a lot of people are confused and looking for guidance, and these artificial stars represent that.
Well, I thought this was actually a how should I say it? It was actually just a manifestation of what all of these protests have been. Like all of these, like right now, if the NBA, they have Black Lives Matter and everything. Nothing tangible has happened. Nothing. Like we actually, all like the excitement from the protests, all that is really gone now. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely, and it's amazing. I'm just asking y'all, just go back in your mind 4 months ago. What we were going through, couldn't come out of the house. Yeah. Looking out the window. Oh, he ain't got no mask on. Oh, oh shit. Oh, my neighbors is looking at me. Did he just cough? Oh shit. Yeah. Right? To, oh shit, look what they did to George, man. Now we got to get out in the streets. We angry as shit. To marching, tearing. We were tearing the city down. Every city. You was going, yo, you know what I'm saying? To, they said, niggas, calm down. We're going to paint some stuff on the floor for you. Black lives do matter.
And you know what was funny about that? Because like as they're doing it, like the mayors and governors, they all ignoring it. We're saying like, yo, we don't want that. We want this. And they
no, you want this.
Y'all want this. Y'all want this.
You don't want this.
And to the point now where nobody's talking about anything tangible.
No, and now today, the most important story is Jewish suffering.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jewish suffering. Seinfeld, who's Gibsonfeld? Him was a great revolution. Get the fuck out of here.
Somebody asked, are we getting the Sabi documentary? Absolutely not.
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
How when you just threw Griff was in the Sabi documentary. That's how he hooked up with Nick. He didn't run up on Nick to be on Nick's Nick Cannon's class. He did Wildin' Out, and he did, you know what I mean, the Sabi piece, and Nick kind of pushed, well, if you're not doing nothing now, let's get it in. That's how that happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure Umar's in it.
He is.
Dude, that's two right there. You know what I mean? So who knows?
I think Rizza Islam is in
it. Dude. So how are you going to then turn around and give us the Sabi documentary?
Which was supposed to be his crowning moment.
That was supposed to be his signature moment coming into consciousness, is to say, I am going to tell this great man's story no matter what. I got the finances, I got the wherewithal to get the right people, and then now you get sidestepped and you was eating dookie out this rabbi's ass.
Yeah, somebody
no disrespect.
They stripped him down butt naked.
Oh yeah, they stripped him down butt ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was not surprised. When you want to know who you can't criticize the wrong people, and you find out very quick. And I don't see them going to no African museums having moments. You know what I mean? That's where everybody need to be now. We need to run them campaigns. Soon as I hear a Jew depict black people wrong in a rap song now, I want to speak to that Jew in charge, and I want him to walk with me to the African Museum so I can show him my pain and my suffering.
Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah. Exactly.
Every time they display a black woman other than the queen of the universe, and I trace it all the way back to a Jewish movie theater, I want to have a meeting.
Facts.
And they got to walk with me to the African Museum.
Facts. Yeah.
Every Jewish company that I go in and I don't see black people in positions of management where they should be based on their merit, and all I see is their people at the top and our people in subservient positions moving boxes or washing cars, I want to have a meeting. We going to the African Museum.
Yep.
That's what it is. You got to come talk to me now, son. And we're going to take a long walk. And I want to show you pain and suffering you have never seen before. And I like to counsel the Jewish people on our pain.
Don't hit that clap button again.
And our suffering.
Don't hit that clap button again.
Don't hit it again?
No.
Every organ. Nah. All right, here we go. Let's go to a commercial break.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back.
We'll be back with some more power. What makes a great t-shirt? Is it fashion, fit, comfort? Is it what's printed on the front of the shirt? Whether it's a humorous message, political, or a social statement made to bring awareness to a noble cause? At Urban XTV, we believe that all of those things make a great t-shirt and then some. So we wanted to create a t-shirt line that was a little bolder, a little bit more challenging, one that stepped out of the boundaries. So we decided to introduce to you our Not So Subtleties. It's one that speaks to the sentiments of what's going on in our environment today. It's one that will spark conversation. So log on to urbanx.nyc to pick up your Not So Subtleties today, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel. We thank you for your support. Peace. And we're back.
And we are back.
So we wish Nick Cannon well in his personal life, because his journey has nothing to do with your journey here, except as the collective, as we are. You know, I am because we are is an ancient proverb that we like to say. So, you know, we all are a representative of us collectively, but I only want to be responsible for the journey I'm on, and like minds connect with like minds, so that we can collectively move on a journey and get what we after, you know, because we can't be up here throwing too many Negroes under the bus. Now, I'm going to throw a few under the bus. I'm going to throw a few. Some of these niggas going to get thrown under the bus. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Somebody wanted us to discuss Jam Master Jay.
What happened with Jam Master Jay?
Not the hip-hop artist. The guy from the NFAC, the gun club.
Oh, what happened?
They saying Tariq Nasheed and a few other people are saying he's an agent of some sorts. So I can't really address that.
I didn't. This is my first time hearing of it.
I don't know of all the details. It is a little weird that he just appeared to pop out of nowhere, But to have that many people rocking with you, somebody somewhere in that organization would be able to give you his whole story. You know what I mean? That's like you don't get 1,000 people showing up with guns and nobody know where they came from, and there's not a history. So because everything we do is not in the open, so to speak. You know what I mean? So we can't think we know everything that every organization is moving.
It's Grandmaster J.
Oh, Grandmaster J. Why do I keep saying Jam Master J?
Thank you, Chad.
That's disrespectful. Danny D too, Grandmaster J.
Grandmaster
All right.
J, yeah.
And I think I said Jam Master J on the last show.
That's what I was just like, wait, what?
Niggas like, what? Jam Master J. Yeah, so Grandmaster J. So with that being said, everything we do should not be public. That's why you can't be here making all your plans on YouTube. You can't be, because then you crazy.
Yeah.
And all your meetings can't be open to the public because agents do move amongst the people. So if he's able to galvanize 1,000 people with guns and he's an agent, then that's great work. You know what I mean? Meaning with nobody being able to detect he's an agent unless he was planted years in advance, which is very possible. So I'm not knocking what people are saying, but I'm just saying I don't know all the details in regards to it. But I did go, wow, who's this dude?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And where did he come from?
That's usually how it is.
That was the first eyebrow that did pop up.
Yeah.
But a lot of times to also support what Tyreek and them could be saying, we got to also understand that agents and this government is 5 and 10 years ahead of us. So they can plant somebody 10 years in advance. And now it's time to activate that particular individual. So one thing about Tariq Nasheed, he's very thorough with his receipts. So if he has receipts,
scary thorough.
Yeah, scary thorough. So if he has the receipts, I will look into those receipts and get back to the Urban X Nation. Yes.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sound.
Oh, this is him?
Of Urban X.
Yes. He looks like an... Oh, come on.
Come on, son. Don't start saying you look like an agent.
I'm just saying, come on.
Don't say that.
All right.
Because when I be with you and you clean shaven and your boy, you know what I'm saying, Clint, y'all look like the feds.
No, we just look...
I was walking with y'all on a college campus. We was taking Odyssey to college. Yeah. And I was walking with you two guys, and I swear, they was like, oh, the feds is here. Yo, the feds. The feds is here. Because y'all niggas was clean cut, hats on straight and shit. And I said, oh, shit. Lucky ain't nobody from the Urban X Nation see me and didn't recognize you. They'd have been like, Dot, we knew that nigga Dot was talking to the feds, son. We knew it.
Oh, man. So, real quick, a judge... in the Ghislaine Maxwell case, the accomplice to Jeffrey Epstein, decided to unseal a bunch of docs, almost 418-page deposition dating back to 2015.
So what is that? All of it, or just a portion of it?
I don't know. That might be a portion of it because her. If you watch the documentary, she goes back to the 90s.
Yes,
with him. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And her family
and her father was a Mossad agent. They killed him, or so she says.
Did we talk about on the last show how people are finding pictures with her pops and Mother Teresa?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people were just like...
Yeah. So we didn't talk about it, but listen, we are in the age, I told you, people are digging now. People are digging and digging and digging and finding things and connecting dots, pun intended, you know what I'm saying, to what's going on. So we're going to pay very close attention. I want to know what's in those 400 pages. And is it just a sneak peek or is it the real deal?
I just want something to happen with this, with all of this. Like, I need a big name to get exposed.
Okay, but the judge, the one who supposed to had killed the judge's son and wounded the dad, was connected here to a killing in LA, and now they saying that he was Israeli intelligence. This thing is getting weirder by the minute.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? It is getting weirder by the minute.
It is. Okay. Sheesh.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this story like really bothered me. There was a 15-year-old black girl who was sent to prison after she failed to complete her schoolwork, and she was fighting with her mom. And this is all like remote work.
This is all remote work.
And a Michigan judge ruled on Monday that she shouldn't be freed.
Now, say that again, because I thought I was reading something wrong. I'm like, this is America, yes?
Yes, it is.
And they got this girl in jail,
yes,
for not doing her homework.
Basically.
Okay. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, I keep telling you, they'll take and make an example out of one person, right? And that may be the mandate across, because how else are you, the state needs to own your children. You do know the state owns your children, right? So how can they continue to own your children and reinforce the indoctrination needed to support white supremacy as it is currently constructed if they lose a hold on them being able to monitor your children, know which children are dangerous? See, these white Jewish teachers, right? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the schools are predominantly, they come to our neighborhood and they're looking for shiners. Go back to the movie Dr. Sleep. So they're not only looking for troubled kids, they're looking to identify bright ones.
And if you know how they just do the statistics with, like, when it comes to prison beds,
yes,
and things like that, I think that's even like a little bit more like animal-like, how they kind of.
It's all numbers.
Yeah, it's all numbers. Yeah.
It's all numbers. And by the 4th grade, they know.
Which is wild to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because of social engineering.
Yeah.
They know how many beds they're going to need. This is how they control society. This social engineering shit is a science, right? So they're not only looking for troubled kids, they're looking for bright kids, the shiners, and how to identify them early, and how to keep an eye on them early, and how to get certain kids on meds early to curtail the shine.
And you know what's even more interesting? They have different criteria on how to criminalize black boys and black girls.
Yes.
So there's a great book speaking on this black girl. It's called Push Out, the criminalization of black girls in schools by Monique W. Morris. Very good book.
Let's clap that up for that.
Yeah, I think people should read that.
All right, and it goes into how they criminalize
how they see black girls when they do stuff that a 14-year-old white girl will get.
Well, their whole perception of us. This is why, again, one of the chapters in my book that I have the teacher asking the student, why are you here? Because you know our children are coming from domestic situations. Some are fighting child abuse, drunk parents, neglect, so many issues, and they're not just there to read. It's shelter for 8 hours.
Yes.
And then I also reverse it, and the student is asking the teacher, if you don't look like me and understand what my situation is, why are you here when you could be teaching anywhere else? See, we misinterpreting what an agent is. A lot of these white Jewish teachers are agents. I said it. Okay, and I don't care who like it and who don't like it. Teach in your community with your community of students who can recognize and come from that specific walk of life. Now, when I see a black teacher, in most cases, there's already a connection. Like Miss York, she can tell I wasn't eating well or what I needed to do just because she's a black mother, so she can recognize things that were in me, and she loved me. And I knew she loved me by the way she taught me. You understand? So I did not want to let her down ever. I went home and did damn homework sometime just so I can please Miss York, because she was a mother figure. I didn't have a lot of male teachers besides my gym teacher and shit like that, showed you how to shoot jump shots. But understanding, when I look back at the childhood, I knew which teachers cared for me and which ones did not. Now, with that being said, I did have a white teacher named Miss Munoz, but she wasn't from America, who I can tell cared for what she did. You know what I mean? So it is important that we ask these questions. The kids should be able to ask the teacher, why are you here? And the teacher should be able to recognize why certain children are in these classrooms, because I told you, I needed to be there for breakfast and lunch because dinner wasn't guaranteed. You know what I mean? Right. Side note, before we move on, you little niggas is getting a little too comfortable around here. I was talking to Elon Odyssey about the hard times, and they were on their phones telling me, Dad, like, beat it. So I've decided, I'm getting rid of all the toilet tissue and all the baby wipes. We're using newspaper. We used to wipe our ass with newspaper with the cartoon section, right? I'm getting rid of all apple juice, orange juice.
You see how I drink my
pinky out, right?
Out, man. Like, I'm not listening to what you
talking. Only thing y'all gonna have
I'm not hearing none of that you talking over there, man.
Sugar water, all right? There's only gonna be mayonnaise and bread here.
Listen, I'm not hearing that,
and
man.
I'm gonna get my hands on some government cheese. All right, and you try to cut that shit and make a grilled cheese sandwich. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you grew up and you slam it, and it's a big ass chunk, and you say fuck it, you're gonna make the sandwich anyway, and the house is smoking because the fire's up high, and the bread is burning, and the cheese ain't moving.
I'm not hearing that, man.
I'm getting rid of
none of that,
cell phones. Give you little niggas beepers, and it's gonna be a house phone here. That's it, because you niggas is getting too comfortable.
What? I blame Odyssey.
Yeah, too damn comfortable around here.
Cause she really forgot what it was like.
And then we're gonna find out if one of the neighbors has got a pissy old couch that they throwing out. Cause that's how we used to do it. Look, Miss Jones, she got a couch, and we're gonna go up there and bring it down here and spray that shit with Lysol and sleep on it.
No, hell no.
I'm encouraging all the families, black families. These kids don't know what struggle is. They don't know.
Are we supposed to be better?
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta know what the struggle is so that you can appreciate the better. You kids, this is a high on a hog. Odyssey was flipping her phone like that. What are you talking about? I don't want to hear your story with your 2 pair of pants and oh God. And Eli was like, what? Do what? Well, I don't even know what a beeper is that, but I'm not getting one. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, we got our bouginess from you, though.
Yeah. So, but I've earned my bouginess.
Yeah, whatever.
I've earned my shit.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Brooke C said that cheese was good. Yeah, it was if you learn how to freak it. And last point, we going to the supermarket in the no frills section.
There's no such thing as a no frills section.
That shit gonna say cookies, not Nabisco. That shit gonna say cookies.
There's no such thing as a no frills section.
And cereal. It ain't gonna say not Fruit Loops, Fruity Rings, nigga. That shit gonna say Fruity Rings. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Ain't no such thing no more.
I'm gonna find that store, goddamn.
Look at you.
No frills. I was embarrassed. Like my mom's like, damn, just throw something in there with a name on it. Cover the no frills shit with a few name shits. And then we had them food stamps. I'm like,
somebody said, "Okay, boomer." That's funny.
I'm looking around and shit. I'm like,
okay,
damn, hope none of my friends is here. My mom's gonna pull out.
But if all your friends was poor,
that's true. But like, still, we still was trying to front though.
Okay.
You know, that was a part of the joke. And then they give you, like, you had to have the whole book with you. If you just bought single, like, you be trying to run off your shit, look around. No, we need the book, sir, and we need to peel it for you. And if the shit was a mess, y'all don't know nothing about no damn hard times.
That's funny.
Now you can hit that damn button. I'm finished on my way.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So what do you think about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fighting?
This is crazy. But I could tell when I saw that commercial of Mike training, he looked good. Yeah. He looked real good. I don't know if he's trying to relive a moment.
8 rounds.
Yeah, 8 rounds.
In September.
But is Roy heavyweight now? Like, did Roy put on some weight?
He's always been a heavyweight.
Nah, Roy was like a light heavyweight, I think.
I think he was like light heavyweight.
I think it was light heavyweight or something. So if they could meet, I hope none of them get killed.
That's not funny.
I don't mean to say it like that because
I didn't even mean to laugh.
Roy Jones got knocked the fuck out a couple of times. It was bad. And Mike hit hard.
Yeah.
He was hitting that back like pow, pow, pow. So I don't know if this is a revisit, let's relive a moment, or is it for charity? Is it going to segue into a bigger fight? Is Evander training too? So I'm not sure, man. I mean, well, okay, what's the weight on these two guys? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I will watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
No, I'm looking for a train wreck.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be good TV.
September 12th, right around my birthday.
And what are what's the age difference on these two guys? Anybody know?
I think Tyson he got to be 50.
He at least 50, 52, 53.
He got to be at least.
And 54 and 51, those. Okay.
Wow.
That's not bad. I didn't know Roy Jones was that old.
Okay.
And see, Roy can box. So Roy, because Tyson is the brawler, right?
Yeah.
Roy can box, and whenever Tyson went up against boxers, he was exposed. Okay. Now, his persona scared most of the people.
It sounds like somebody.
And if he,
sounds like somebody that just was, go ahead.
I don't know if you saying like a funny or something.
No, it sound that don't sound like Wilder.
Yeah.
Exactly how we talked about him before that fight, and people called us coons.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, but these are two black guys, so I think I'll take I think I'm gonna put my money on Tyson, but I got time.
Yeah.
To see how they talk to each other, because Roy, that lean back. Pause. He got leaned way back a couple of times, but his boxing skill.
Him and Fat Joe actually talked to her, because remember Fat Joe said something about him, and they actually talked about that line.
Yeah, they had a moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I'll take Tyson. I think I'll take Tyson in this one. Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Okay, so this you probably don't have any clue about this was going on. So apparently there's this black handbag company called Telfair.
Black handbag company. Okay.
And apparently it's black owned, and it's selling out every time they restock.
Okay.
And it's become like a black luxury item.
Does Odyssey know about this?
She probably does, and she probably is not able to get it because every time they restock, people are getting them. And now it's getting to the point now that resellers are buying them and trying to resell them for $500 and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I actually want to shout them out because there's a lot, because when we talk about luxury brands, we always talk about the Gucci's, the Louis, and stuff like that, and black people have no problem paying thousands of dollars for these things. And then once a black company comes out and tries to attempt to be luxury, we complain.
Right. It ain't the quality of this, or just the imprint of the mind control of us thinking that we can't provide something. And what's the name of these bags?
Telfair. He's an African dude from Queens, as a matter of fact. And
okay.
Yeah, so he is doing numbers right now. And
how much are the bags going for?
$220.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too crazy. Like the bags I saw today.
Okay, maybe that's a low end bag.
Yeah, but again, people are selling like they getting them like every time like they re-up. People are selling out.
Okay.
Shouts out to those people. And there's a few more black luxury brands that are out there that people are actually treating like luxury.
Now, how hard would it be to replicate that bag? Just saying, because I used to go to Canal Street and get all the fake Gucci shit.
We supporting black business here.
Oh, okay. Just wondering out loud.
Black business here.
Just wondering out loud. Okay, yeah. So we'll support them. Shout out to Telfair and providing a quality bag. Which again, that's a the ladies like that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll get my wife one or something.
If you can get one, but yeah.
If I can get my hands on. See, that's why I was thinking in advance. If I can't get one, I know where to get one.
See.
And I remember. I'm not even gonna tell that story. It's a long story.
Yeah. See, look at you, man.
Yeah.
So clap it up for Telfair. Shouts out to y'all.
Clap it up.
Clap it up for y'all.
And I'm wishing you guys the utmost success. We have available advertisement spots. You can contact Telfair
if you want.
If they wanna get one of these open spots.
Yeah. Shout out to the people who have reached out to us. If you gotten an email back, check your spam if you don't see it immediately.
Right.
But yeah, we've gotten back to everybody. So
and we have a few slots left, not a lot.
True, exactly.
So if you want to get in on this August rush,
yeah,
because we're about to make power moves.
Yeah, y'all don't even know.
You have no idea, but you will know in a minute. So
and every time we say y'all don't know, we hit y'all with something.
Yeah, we're gonna hit y'all with something.
We hit y'all with something.
You know what I mean? So, with that being in mind, I'm proud of them because we have to start seeing, all jokes aside, the value in what we do.
In fact,
and we've seen enough. He might have worked for one of those companies for years.
Somebody actually took a picture of one of his bags and said, "I bought this for $10 last year."
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? So you understand the value.
Yes.
So and that goes into another story. So the Twitter CEO he's saying now he's actually he might experiment with a subscription based model in that, because a lot of advertisers left Twitter. Right? Because when Twitter got exposed as a censoring platform, they just started leaving Twitter. So now he's saying because of the sharp decline in advertisers, he might move to a subscription base. Now, once that happens, we're not gonna want to use Twitter, right?
Right.
And we talked about Black Planet. We talked about these other Black social media sites.
Yes.
That'll be the perfect opportunity to migrate. You know what I'm saying? And support Black business.
Absolutely. Because, and like I was saying, this guy may have been somebody who worked and interned at one of these major companies, saw how it's done, and go, wait a minute, I can do that for a lesser price and you know, put my people on, and it has value, because the only thing that gives anything value is our collective agreement that it should be valuable.
And another thing too, we have to stop shortchanging ourselves.
Yes.
On the value. So my boy Josh, he actually launched his company called Made Sure, and he actually was the one who styled me for the book signing.
Awesome job.
He makes custom suits, and he doesn't shortchange nothing. But the people who get his stuff will swear by it. You get what I mean?
Right.
Because everything is quality made, and it's made with care. It's Made Sure.
Yeah.
You know
that's dope. That's dope.
So we gotta actually run his commercial when he's ready, and stuff like that. So, but yeah,
and let's do a story on him.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's our boy. Let's do a story on him and how, you know, what his passion is about what he does to bring forth that quality stuff, guys.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Elon Musk. Remember he was talking about this neuro chip that'll go into your brain. He said it is actually almost ready.
Oh boy.
He was talking about how soon he'll be able to stream music straight to your brain.
Oh, wait. You mean so now the Cambada album? I'll just say, give me the Cambada album, and then I'll be walking around listening to the Cambada album.
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit.
That's scary. Like stuff in your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because what you could set up a whole bunch of Manchurian candidates.
Dude, there's a whole exactly. Yeah. So remember, everything that they putting out in front, there's always a back door.
Yeah.
Pause. Right. Mm-hmm. So there's always something else where the potential for hackers to get in and begin to really program you. You be talking about you be hearing voices in your head. This is real. Mm-hmm. Side note: the Cambada album,
crazy,
is the craziest album I've heard in a very.
Yeah.
I want to, guys, you don't understand. Because I don't want y'all to think I'm just caping. You know what I mean? Or is it capping or caping?
Caping.
Which
capping if you lying.
All right, so I don't want y'all to think I'm lying.
No,
and I don't want you to think I'm just caping either.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not capping or caping or whatever that shit means.
Yeah.
Right? I literally think he's the best lyricist I've ever heard.
Whoa.
I'm going to say it again. I literally think Cambada, and I've been around hip-hop for a very long time, is the best lyricist. Cadence, flow, style. His ad-libs are better than people's album.
His vocabulary is extensive.
And his ad-libs add such a theatric, cinematic feel to everything. He may be, I'm not going to go all the way out on the limb and jump, he may be the very best lyricist I've ever heard. I didn't say he made the best songs and hit records. I'm talking about pure D lyricist. The new album is LSD, Lunar Solar Duality.
Yes.
It's on iTunes. Stream it if you have a streaming service.
Yeah.
Listen from beginning to end, and then you tell me if you're a lyricist. You know, people have different levels of their hip hop. Some people just want a hot record, and then some people are into bars. If you are into bars, tell me who's better than this kid right now.
Yeah,
in this day and time.
He's really like my pops had me listening to a few tracks today, and it's like you can't really be of normal thinking to come up with some of this stuff.
Some of the stuff he's coming up with. He's on the edge. He's in and out of realities. He's in small, confined spaces, eating a tuna fish sandwich. It's literally that kind of energy that comes off.
And then I was telling you, I'm more impressed with his consistency.
Yes,
like the way I heard he was on both of the twins, Scorpion 1 and 2, right?
Yep, smoked those.
Holy Ghost 1 and 2.
Smoked both of those. The Cambala album. Smoked that.
And this one, LSD.
So
like,
he's
really
consistent.
Just rapping.
Yeah, so if you are into bars and into somebody who can morph into even the songs, he did a couple of real complete songs on this album that are worth a listen, bro. I'm telling you, and I'm not capping or caping. I know what I know. And my wife would tell you, when I heard him on Kambala, I was shook. I was like, yo, bro, this is just different. And then his consistency, but this is the crowning jewel. This LSD album he was working on for 5 years. This is the one.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds.
Nah, Black Thought is not better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I love Black Thought. Not this. No. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Not this. Nope.
So what was you telling me at the table earlier?
Oh, I was saying now is the perfect time for the God Hop album. You know, we have been flirting collectively with an album, a God Hop album, and I didn't think we were all ready yet. You know, I thought Red Pill and Blue Pill had to find their lane.
And they definitely did.
They have it now.
Yeah. We
didn't know anything about Kambata. He can do the heavy lifting on this. There's myself. There's A.A. Rashid, who's got his own lane. This Dog Food Part 2, I've heard it's going to be crazy as well, but he has his own lane. When you add Sarak, Narubi, Selah, Star, and certain of that female energy to this project, I think, and then you throw Professor Griff in there just to oversee and put some bars in there, I think we could form a Super Heru, Super Energy, God Hop, like a new Wu. And, you know, we all have different styles, philosophies, cultures, music, art, fashion that we all bring together. And we could really start a movement. So hashtag God Hop. Somebody hit Soul Messiah up, and let's get that thing popping.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So in weird news, I was on the New York Post. I don't know why. I just be checking.
Why would you be in the New York Post?
I check all areas for the news.
Okay.
And somebody called me a hypocrite last show because I said to ignore people who are trolling, but in the same breath I said I'm open to more information. That has nothing to do with
trolling. Trolling has nothing to do with more information.
I don't.
Trolling, you're not even providing information. You actually trying to disrupt information.
And then my whole thing is, if something bothers you, if Candace Owens bothers you, ignore her.
Right. Yeah.
If Kanye bothers you,
ignore it.
Ignore it. That was what I was saying, but apparently.
But it was misinterpreted, as you're saying.
People hear what they want to hear, man.
Yeah, people hear what they want to hear.
But like I said, I search for news all around, right? So this story stuck out to me. It says the Satanic Temple offers what they call the Devil's Advocate Scholarship to high school graduates.
All right.
So
scholarships. Anybody giving out scholarships is a good thing.
It's so funny because the Satanic Temple is a real thing, right?
Oh, okay.
It's a real thing, and every time they come out with something, it really seems like they're trolling people because of how uncomfortable it makes them.
Right, but they have their own religion.
They do.
Their own schools.
They do, and
they serious about that. And there's gonna be a couple of goth kids. You know, there's always some weird kids when you grow up. They're goth like. They paint their nails black and shit. That sign up and get a scholarship.
So this Satanic Temple is based in Salem, Massachusetts, and they will be offering two 2020 graduates $500 to help pursue higher education. Even the number $500.
$500.
Yeah,
dude, I can get that at a fish fry. I can give a fish fry and give a little kid $500. Tell me you giving real money,
but then
I want to see how you qualify.
Again, when stuff like that, when you say stuff like that, you're just trying to get attention.
They wanted attention and they got it. I just
thought it was funny that it was.
We just gave them attention.
Yeah.
For $500. But that is funny, and they're doing that with a straight face.
With a straight face, and really
because they have a full movement,
and they understand how mad it gets people.
Absolutely.
They probably just got somebody right here, man.
They'd be like, really, $500?
Yeah.
Because had he said 500,000, I'm like, Odyssey. Listen, I don't know what all the qualifications is, but paint your nails black, put some crazy shit on, and tell them you love the devil. And you can go to college for free.
Crazy.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So when this whole lockdown started and quarantining started, we talked about how a lot of small businesses were going under as a result, but a lot of these big businesses were flourishing as a result.
Yes.
Jeff Bezos the other day made $13 billion in one day.
How's that even possible? Selling shit?
The market as well.
But in the grand scheme of things, he sells shit.
Yeah.
He don't make nothing.
Nope.
All he do is house shit for other people and sell it.
Yeah.
That's genius. That's genius.
Yeah, so a lot of people are upset about that. A lot of people.
Well, then you need to sell shit.
Well, no. It becomes because a lot of people are upset, but then they still keep their Amazon Prime account. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so in the grand scheme of things, all I can say is follow these templates that all come down the line because they all start somewhere. So your company, no matter how big or small, has to have a starting point.
Well, it seems
right, and then you grow into,
What's funny is that the biggest companies, if you really think about it, right, the biggest companies right now don't really make anything. For example, Amazon sells stuff that's already they just house with Netflix. They don't make they make their own content. But prior to that, they were just housing.
Uber doesn't produce cars.
Yeah.
Right.
You use your own car. Like that's what the biggest companies are at right now.
Absolutely. Throwing your name onto something and pooling other people's resources, and that's the way it is. So that's the future. And I think a lot of if we pay attention, we can put ourselves in positions to learn and opening up some of these small businesses.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, for sure. We're going to go take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And then we'll be back with the Urban Xcellence Story.
Urban Xcellence Story of the week. Yes. Icons. Celebrities covering one eye who are sworn to secrecy to mislead the masses into a life of negativity by way of destructive behaviors, i.e. drugs, sex, violence, etc. Most of these celebrities you see in the music industry and in Hollywood have taken a sworn oath to protect what they have going and to have you being misled by using drugs, violence, and all of these other crazy behaviors. Be careful. Beware of those who are pointing at one eye, covering one eye, or trying their best to shut down your first eye. Log on to urbanx.nyc for the latest in apparel or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in our not so subtle teas, and we thank you for your support. Peace.
All right, and we're back.
And we are back.
First of all, I want to shout out you, right?
Uh-oh.
During this time, your book, Urban Culture Decode, has been very prophetic. And a lot of what's going on. Like the fact that every chapter you can kind of, I talked about that.
I appreciate it.
Really dope.
I was in my zone,
very
man.
Yeah,
I'm
dope.
a different writer than I am orator.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think I speak well enough, but when I get into the trenches and start writing, I'm pulling from places and I'm trying to really articulate what's going on. And I wasn't looking to be popular because remember, the original title of this book was The Parents and Teachers Guide to Understanding. I was trying to do a how-to hip-hop book for dummies, so to speak. And my spirit kept saying, no, Dot, no. Tell the story the way it needs to be told. And so while it is unpopular, it is prophetic in a lot of senses. So I appreciate that. Does that mean a Lincoln Aviator could be in the works? I do have a birthday coming, yes?
You do have a birthday coming, this is true.
All right, I ain't just throwing it out there.
This is true.
Because that would be too much for me to ask for the Urban Next Nation to everybody give me $5,000 and I can get me a new car. But if I was preaching the word of God and I said, as holy as I am, God doesn't want the black dot walking in the streets. God does not want the black dot in some beat up bullshit. Excuse my French there. I said, sister, pass that bucket around. God sent me a message and said, I should be in a 2021 Lincoln Navigator blue with the great level. You know, God
fully loaded.
Yeah, fully loaded. God love everything. Fully loaded. Wasn't Jesus fully loaded? Wasn't God himself fully loaded? So why would I be in anything else but a fully loaded Lincoln Aviator? Praise God. Send that bucket around.
Somebody says that Leo. No, he's a Virgo.
I am Virgo, but I have Leo energy, as they say, because I'm on the 27th, and I think Leo comes in on the 23rd or the 24th.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, Leo ends and then Virgo.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle is the 24th, so he's right on the stamp there.
I did my my like moon rising and sun all Virgo, like all the way through.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Well, September Virgos are a little bit different.
Yeah, we are.
They're very conceited.
We're not conceited.
Jeez, they're conceited people.
Not conceited.
All the September Virgos I know, they are just, they just think they the shit. Like, damn, son. Damn. Anyway. Anywho.
A little bit. But, yes, we're going to, so this week, for the Urban Xcellence Story, for the people who are new to our platform, and for the people who are just watching us for the first time, we try to pick one shining story each week of somebody within our community who is doing something great, who's doing something amazing with what they have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these stories don't get the shine that they deserve from mainstream media, but we are alternative media here.
Yes.
We're black media here, and we like to shine a light on everybody who is doing something great. If you have a story that you want us to shout out yourself, you can email us at urbanx.nyc@gmail.com. You can link us on Facebook.
Yeah,
Instagram,
we have a Facebook
Twitter.
page called Urban Excellence.
Yes.
And it's really for those kind of stories that you could pop in there, and if we get around to them, you know what I mean?
Facts. So this week, the Urban Xcellence Story, it goes out to a brother named Christopher Synagogue, who recently acquired 2 blocks in Houston's 5th Ward to combat gentrification within that area.
Wow, clap that up immediately, huh? 2 whole blocks.
Yes.
He purchased it.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure, what's his name?
Christopher Synagogue, yes.
Synagogue. We appreciate you, Chris, because at the end of the day, we can't complain about the gentrification. We have to do something about it.
Yeah.
And we have to do something collectively about it. You'd be surprised if the community got together how much property we could buy to ensure that it stays within our hands, but we're not thinking like that a lot of times, and then other people come in and take advantage of things we do not know, and then we complain later when we turn around and it's gentrified.
Yeah.
So for him to be on his grind, he ain't complaining, he's a doer. Clap that up again.
And he was actually even turned down by 23 different lenders.
23 different lenders turned him down. But it didn't stop him.
It didn't stop him. He used, crowdfunding, other lenders and things like that, and he was able to raise upwards to $4 million.
Ooh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's sweet. And he's showing and proving.
Yes, and that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Show and prove that it can be done, because what happens is we're going to tell this story here. Somebody else may go, wow, I didn't think that was even possible.
Right.
So now let me go and see if I can buy because I've been to Baltimore, bro. And it's whole neighborhoods that are just wiped out. And I'm like, these properties have to be cheap or something. And if people just got together, build them up, and keep the value of the community up by asking your neighbor to do the same thing you're doing.
Yeah.
That's how we keep up the value. But when we let people just come in and they don't care about the neighborhood, it goes down, and it goes down on purpose. People buy it cheap, and then when them folks show up, and you better pick up after your dog and keep your damn grass trimmed.
Yep.
They mean that shit.
Yeah, Starbucks there,
and Whole Foods and security and neighborhood watch, and then you mad, but that's the way they keep their community together.
Yeah.
And we have the ability to do the same thing. So I want to give kudos to Chris Synagogue.
Yes.
Honor Chris Synagogue and show him the utmost respect for what it is he's doing. And I hope to do the same thing one day.
Yes, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? That is
dope.
just dope. We're going to clap that up. Let's drop a bomb on that.
Drop a bomb. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Let's drop a bomb on that.
And shout out, because this whole platform is about community, and shout out to R. Scott, who's actually the one who sent me this story.
Oh, okay.
Like we said, we use this is a joint effort all the way around. You know what I mean? We get information wrong, the chat tells us.
Right.
Information that stories get sent to us on Instagram and Twitter every day from people that they want us to talk about. So
absolutely,
we definitely appreciate it all.
We appreciate that, and if, like we said, if you know somebody,
or you want your story to be told,
we don't care how big or how small. If we can get around to it, if your little niece has got a cookie stand, let's talk about it. Let's show them some light and show them some love. Side note, we are going to be giving away a few of the books of the young lady.
Ashleen.
Yeah, coming very soon.
Oh, quick plug. I actually wrote a book.
You did?
On some of these amazing stories.
Amazing story. Like you put some of the 11 stories together.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that book?
It's called Urban Xcellence Unveiling Extraordinary Stories by Everyday People.
Let's clap that up. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're very passionate about this here.
Absolutely. You know we got to tell these stories and highlight these individuals who are going through struggle, pain, ups, downs, success, failures, because at the end of the day, that's what our story is about. I'm getting a call from Professor Griff right now. Let's see what this is about. Peace.
Peace, Black Dot. What's good, bro?
Peace, Griff. We live. What's going on with you?
Not much, trying to be like you. You need me to call you back after you finish your...
Nah, let's talk to you while we got you here on the air. Let's talk to you, man. Like, what's going on? What's the latest with the, the Nick Cannon Rabbi interview and just your general perspectives on that?
Oh, okay. Well, basically, what's happened, we've been communicating, and much what he's been conveying to me is based in the form of his strategy, so to speak. And I just basically told him, be careful texting that stuff to me, because you know, if we don't know one another like that, so you got to talk in such a way which you don't want to reveal your overall plan to these particular individuals. So obviously he has an overall plan. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because and I was just basically at the point where I was like, okay, I don't understand what's going on, but until I spoke with him, I understood some things a lot clearer. Not to say I agreed with them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Understood.
I just was basically like, okay, I'm an elder. I'm 20 years his senior. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's people watching this, people drawing left from it, but there's a whole bunch of people upset. There's a whole bunch of people. So when the statement went out that he made a whole community mad, or a whole people mad, or a whole bunch of people are mad at him, I was under the impression he was talking about black people, but someone made it clear to me that he was talking about other people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So my thing is, so basically bringing them to the table and asking them questions in front of the world for them to answer, was one of the things that, was supposed to happen, and it did happen, but I didn't hear them answering the questions.
At all. So that was our thing. We didn't hear them answering the questions. Malcolm wants to ask you something.
Peace, Griff.
Okay. Peace, what's good, bro?
So I watched that interview, and when we got on here earlier, I was just talking about my disappointment in Nick, because I felt like he let that man kind of strip him in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? He made his statements really strong when he was talking to you, and then he doubled down at first, and then he apologized, and he started triple and quadruple apologizing, and I was just so disappointed. So I wanted to know, what was your take on it?
I think much of what that I was able to get, because I talked to Dot. He's one of the only people I talked to, him and 3 other people, and I said I'm going on a talk fast, and I wasn't going to say anything. I pulled back, collected my thoughts, and collected my spirits, because I didn't want to come out roaring. You understand what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So in trying to understand strategy, because I think and I know Dot know, and the vast majority of your audience know, this is my second time around with this, man.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I understand exactly what's going on, and I try to impart that. If you go back and watch the original interview, I tried to kind of put some things out there to let them know, look, I'm in this, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And we talked even after the interview. So my thing is, I can't now. What he did, I can't come behind it and say, well, he should have done that and he should have said that. I can't do that. I can't even say, well, what he did was what people would expect him to do, because obviously it's not. You understand what I'm saying? Under that particular pressure, and who he is, what little I know of him, because I don't know him. Keep this in mind. That interview was done May-ish of last year.
Right.
So if it was done then and they just released it, that was the first thing in my mind. Matter of fact, in 2019, that was a question on my mind. Why didn't Nick release the interview that we did together?
Right.
Yes.
The whole year, I was like, what happened to the interview? So I didn't question him about it, because we had other business we were taking care of together. We had planned to go to Africa and do some work out there. And a lot of people didn't notice, because, that was between me and him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But when he did release it, I just kind of thought the timing was, like, kind of strange.
Suspect.
In and around the time Minister Farrakhan did his Criterion. In and around the time that, what's the football player name who apologized?
Deshaun Jackson.
Jackson, at the same time, I think it was a basketball player and a few other people. And I just say to myself, okay, because I was unaware that he released it. People were calling me and hitting me up. Yo, that's your interview you did with Nick Cannon. I'm like, yeah, that was done some time ago. Where did you see it?
Right.
They said he just released it. I'm like, it took me off guard.
Got you.
It kind of caught me off guard. So I wasn't even prepared for not only that, because I didn't know it was coming out. I wasn't prepared for the backlash, because if you really watch it, that was kind of low vibration. It wasn't even.
Yeah.
It was just.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wasn't even throwing no real darts.
Yeah.
Exactly. I wasn't going in like I normally do. You understand what I'm saying? Now keep this in mind, and please understand this, man. I didn't go there that day to do an interview.
Right.
I went there. I didn't go that day, that period of 2 days I was there to do Wildin' Out. So I did the Wildin' Out thing, and I did the Dr. Sebi video thing. That's what I went there for.
Right.
Mr. G hooked me up with him to be in the Dr. Sebi documentary film, and that's what I went for. He asked me to do his class. I said, cool. There was no questions prepared. We just sat, opened up the cameras, and we talked.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? And that must have been the things that was on his mind from reading my material and watching how I was moving. And I explained to him, bruh, 30-some odd years I've been dealing with this same thing, being called anti-this and anti-that. And it's like, you have to understand that. And, that's just the way basically it went down. It's basically the backstory. So no one planned it. There was no questions.
Right.
I was on there, and we were talking. And if you watch it closely, he did majority of the talking.
Right. You just kind of filled in a couple of slots for him when it was necessary.
Exactly. And I just kind of felt because my thing is, just meeting someone, I don't really know what his head is.
Right. Exactly.
I watched Wildin' Out a couple of times. I see how he's doing his thing. I understood the reason why his religion thing and his beliefs and that kind of thing. But other than that, I don't know him.
Right. Absolutely. And even with that being said, you constantly under surveillance. I don't need to tell you that. So how he is divulging any plans to you has to be done in a whole different setting, or I can't take it serious anyway. What are you trying to do? Set me up? I don't know, because you don't know him like that. No disrespect. Like me and you have conversations that only me and you will have in person, and then we will have just general, conversations on the line. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think that's the situation. And I think a lot of people went on that on my show. A lot of people said, I'm copping out, because they wanted me to go for the jugular vein.
No.
And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. A younger Griff.
I was getting ready to say that. But the Griff at this age, as an elder, that comes with a certain bit of responsibility. And
exactly.
it causes, and even me, Griff, I'm finding myself in positions of eldership now where I got to calm down and say, nah, that's just not the way to go it. And the people who are on the outside who have no participation, they're looking for a train wreck. And that's just not the way eldership works.
Right, because if we think this situation with Nick Cannon going down right now is the Nick Cannon that they'll forever remember, we better be mindful large hurdles that we had to get over in our lives and how people didn't let us down.
Absolutely.
Now, if we do that, then we got to go back 31 years and say, should have been done with Griff a long time time ago because you spoke up and spoke out and did this, or not, pardon me, not done with Griff, done with the rest of the cats in Public Enemy.
Right. Absolutely.
Because I got thrown not under the bus, I got thrown under the bus, and the bus went, ran over me with the tires, and then
backed up on you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we have to understand the position that he's in. Now all of us ask ourselves a question. What would we do under that kind of pressure if you came up like that man came up?
Right.
There's always in entertainment, never knowing the hardships and what we have to go through in the streets and that kind of thing. What would you do under that kind of pressure where you got all this being taken away from you? How would you respond? See, that's what we have to ask one another.
We would respond the same way he responded in most cases. Only a few would go, I said it, and whatever's going to cost me, Professor Griff, whatever's going to cost me, it is what it is.
Exactly. And a lot of people do not want to walk in Professor Griff's shoes. Trust me, you don't. Black Dot, you know my trials and tribulations.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't want to walk in a size 8, man.
Right.
They really don't have to deal with what I have to deal with. For the last week and a half or so, I had to sleep now with a loaded AR-15 under the bed. So when Nick Cannon said he's getting threats,
right.
Imagine what the fuck I'm getting if he's getting threats.
Son, I've been with you where I was like, God damn, Griff, like, why don't these people just come buy us fucking coffee or something? You know what I'm saying? And these are the stories people don't know about of what you go through on a constant basis. So absolutely.
So when he said he's getting threatened, somebody said, well, he talked about his children are getting threatened and blah, blah, blah. He said, Griff, didn't you already experience it? I said, yes, but understand something. Some people are made for this, and some people are built for this.
Absolutely.
And people looking at the situation got to determine who they're looking at. You understand? And what lens that they're viewing the situation through, because it was Griff yesterday, it's Nick today. Who the is it going to be tomorrow, bro?
Right.
To be honest with you, them big, strong football players and basketball players apologizing, buckling under that pressure, that's about the bag. We know that.
We know that's about the bag, exactly.
I'm not tied to these people, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm standing my ground regardless.
Absolutely.
By any, every, and all means necessary. I'm not folding. I'm just not. I'm just built different, man.
And we stand with you, King. We stand with you. It's one of the reasons I was drawn to you in the first place. And so, we're going to get you up here.
Fact.
To either because I got the Zoom thing down, figuring out all that stuff out. So if not personally, then the Zoom thing, we'll get something running real quick where we can sit down and just have our conversation go wherever it goes. You know how that go.
Oh, that's beautiful. But you know something? Nowadays, I'm having to bring receipts everywhere I go with every conversation, because I said to myself, this is the generation that missed what I went through.
Right, exactly.
Other people like yourself are reminding them, like, wait a minute, Griff dealt with this 31 years ago.
Exactly.
And this is what happened to him. But people don't realize, man, house being down. They don't realize being shot at and all this other kind of
being
stuff.
Being poisoned and shit, yep.
Being poisoned, exactly. So they don't understand those trials and tribulations that I went through. But I tell people I'm still standing, and I'm not offering nobody no goddamn apology.
Hell no. Not for the truth.
And I told people straight up, come prove what I said wrong, and I will apologize.
Facts.
And it's been 31 years later, and I can't get anyone to the table, bro.
Absolutely. Facts.
Can't get them to the table. For real. It's like, okay. So basically, you just want to destroy me based on a lie, because you made up this anti-Semitic thing, and you put everybody that you want to destroy, and I guess I'm just next in line. But them other people, these people around me, was saying things that they called anti-Semitic also, but I guess they let them off the hook.
Yeah.
So what is it about Griff?
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Who said so-called chosen frozen apology made to whoever pleases? Still, you got me like Jesus. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yep.
Offered shows, offered television, and all kind of radio and all kind of stuff.
Well, that's the way it works, King. Yep.
Right. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, not to wish that on anybody, but what's the difference between me and them? I think what I said was it hit to the jugular, hit to the heart.
And remember, you're the minister of information, so chop the head off and the body does what? It falls. it crumbles, and then they reassemble the head without the knowledge, and you have what you have. And no disrespect, you know what I mean? So that's a military tactic, you know. That Steve Coakley taught us all that shit, you know.
Right. Steve Coakley gave that to us in block letters, man. And here now, we're living it. And most of us that claim to be conscious are living this thing and watching Nick go through this, because I say Nick instead of Nick and Griff, because they ain't say shit to me, Doc.
They ain't say one word.
They ain't say one goddamn word.
They focused on him. Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? But you know why? I think they already thought, well, we killed him. Right.
Or they know that you got the receipts. So why would we agitate and rebuild this nigga? You know what I mean? When he got receipts, and we know Nick Cannon don't have no receipts. He's just coming into his knowledge. So, you know, there it is.
Right. So on a conspiratorial note, and Malcolm, I need you to hear this, bro. Mm-hmm. They had put some information out about me being dead or cloned. Wow. Some Negroes in the fake ass conscious community came along, picked up, and was putting that out there about me being dead. So then, after that period went by, then came the next tactic, which was, oh, he's cloned. So the Professor Griff thing now died a long time ago because they killed him because of this anti-Semitic stuff. And the one you're seeing now is the one they manufactured and cloned.
Wow. Jeesh. I hadn't even heard that one. Shit, damn.
So I was supposed to be dead. So guess what happened? So I ran into an old friend that I used to know from back in the day. I bumped into him at Whole Food, and guess what he said to me? He said, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "What's wrong, bro?" He said, "I thought you were dead."
Oh shit!
I was like, "Where did you hear this? Where did you?" He says, "Yo, man, people were talking like you were dead."
Wow, that's crazy.
I was like, "Oh, okay, wow,
whoa,
interesting." Very interesting, to say the least, bro. So
yes.
Information is being put out there, like right now. Like I ran into someone today. This is what, like you in hiding or something? I'm like, well, I gotta be in hiding for what?
Right.
And from whom? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you can't kick me out of Public Enemy anymore. What you gonna do? Take the Grammy away from me? Take the Lifetime Achievement Award? What you gonna do? Take my name off the board there, the wall there? My name is etched in stone at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. What, you gonna take my name down for what?
Yeah, facts. And it's some people on that wall that shouldn't be there because of some of the real horrific shit they've done in life.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, man. I'm talking about all the stuff that they do with children and some other
yes.
We're not going to talk about that right
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
For real. So listen, I'm going to get up there. As soon as some of the things clear, where I can, make a straight path to you and get to you, I'd like to sit down.
Okay.
And build. Now let's just have the conversation.
Absolutely, man. We love you here.
Definitely.
Give wifey some love for us. And I don't need to tell you what to do with that AK. If you, who's that creeping in my window? Blow. Nobody now. You know what I mean? All right, peace, Case.
Right. Malcolm, I didn't forget about the interview. I still got you.
Definitely.
All right.
Give thanks. Appreciate you, man.
Peace.
All right,
Peace.
Clap that up.
Epic.
We do things in the moment.
That happened just real time. That wasn't planned.
Shout out Cordell Grooms. I appreciate your support.
And shout out to everybody who sent me Snap. Cash App. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that happened in real time.
That was dope.
That was just Griff calling to check up on me and me check up on him. But he's not lying. One thing he's doing is not lying.
Yeah.
I've been with Griff and had to do this. Like, goddamn. Like, why is... Well, these motherfuckers need to just come and give us coffee. If you're going to surveil us that much, you know what I mean? So this is the life he lives on a regular basis. This ain't a game, and you got to be built for it. When they tried to connect him to the Dallas shooter, I was one of the people who called him immediately and was like, yo, I got you, son. If you need to hide out, come on and hide out, you know?
I remember, watching that situation happen, and I remember the way, because his name was something... Xavier something, right? And I remember them going something X. I was like, oh, here they go.
Yep, here they go with this.
And then they showed the picture with Griff. I was like, oh, here they go.
Yeah, man. So that mighty man that you see there, has gone through some ish, bro. And he's the nicest dude like you could ever want to meet. Yeah. And funny as shit. Like your first perception of Griff is, you know what I'm saying, I got to be on my square, I got to be strong. Yeah. You do, but then like when he gets to survey you and get to know you, funny as shit. You think I'm funny? Griff is hilarious. So when we get together, we get like goofy and shit. We still be looking around, but we get a moment where we can relax. And I don't know, he's funny as shit. That was dope. That's something, if you don't know about Griff, that is truth. And I've seen him work a sword. I've seen him like dismember guns and shit, like all that shit. Like that ain't a game. He not playing with that shit. He'll fuck you up. Serious business. He'll fuck you up. So let's move on.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Can we get a recap?
Yeah. You want to revisit the Kanye thing?
Before that, I want to revisit the Tory Lanez.
Okay.
And
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I think.
Don't do it.
I think.
Don't do it. We're telling you not to do it.
I want to do it.
Don't do it.
All right, I won't do it. All right, so what are you saying happened?
So apparently,
see the eldership in me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. So apparently, Tory and Meg got into it because they were dating, and when they were at Kylie Jenner's house. This is from Adam 22. What he said. He said that like he talked to people from both sides, and either Tory was spending too much time with Kylie Jenner, or it was the other way around. But either way, Meg was pissed and started attacking him.
Right.
So
because she ain't got no beef with her.
Yeah.
Like you supposed to know better because I'm here with you.
Yeah, and he shot her out of self-defense. That's what.
Wow. He shot her.
Yeah.
In her pinky toe.
Yeah.
Oh. Now you're gonna shoot me in my pinky toe. Well, go ahead. There it is. That's what happened.
Well,
that's what they saying.
That's what they saying. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go with that story. Because you know.
Okay, so because he was trying to get immature. So
I'm a 12-year-old.
The joke he was about to make, Cameron tried to make the same joke on his Instagram earlier this week,
and they blasted
it. Got destroyed.
Okay, that's good. So you just stopped a train wreck.
Yes.
Clap it up.
Yes.
You just stopped the train wreck.
Yes.
Because I'm 12. You know that.
Don't do it.
I don't have no scruples. I am 12. And I'm drinking water. This is straight water. Okay, so good. Go, because that's a recap.
Yeah.
He shot him in the pinky toe.
That's what they're saying.
Are they back together?
I doubt it.
Why not? I mean, he didn't kill her.
No, he didn't.
Right?
Yeah.
You could have died. That's what he could have told her. But he shot her in the pinky toe and just was kind of holding off because she is twice his size, yes?
Yeah, she is.
She could pick him up and slam him.
Yeah, she can.
You think she's dunk basketball?
No, she's not that tall.
What is she, like 6'9"?
No, she's like 5'9", and with heels maybe 6 feet.
Because he's like what, 4'7"?
He's 5'3", I think.
4'7"
Yeah. So she's not even like, she's tall for a woman, you get me? But like she's not like.
Well, she could back him down in the paint though.
Definitely.
Like I could throw the lob into her.
For sure.
She could back him down in the paint.
And she'll lay it up.
And she'll just
yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, that's fair enough. Anywho, let's hit the button before I lose it.
No, another recap.
Recap on the Kanye situation. Yeah. Dave Chappelle came out to see him, and so did Dame Dash, I'm hearing. Yes. And I think that's a good thing because you need to surround yourself with like minds. Dave Chappelle probably know better than anybody else what Kanye is going through, and so does Dame Dash. So in the midst of all your troubles, your true friends show to the surface. So I wanted to commend Dave Chappelle and Dame Dash for coming to him because, whatever he's going through, and I'm also hearing his wife is looking for divorce now. This is what I'm hearing.
I don't know about that.
That she's been sitting with some lawyers.
He said he was trying to divorce her.
Okay, so
yeah, but it's actually pretty. If I feel like if you ever dealt with somebody with a mental illness, it's very wild to see this unfold in real time.
In real time, and it's a challenging situation. And then I heard Meek Mill was in there somehow.
Yeah,
his name got thrown in there because Kanye was making a bunch of tweets, an entire flood of tweets in regards to the situation. Because a lot of times when they fighting, you'll get some bits of information that normally would have stayed private.
Yeah.
So
he was actually going at Kris Jenner.
Oh, okay.
Which was I thought in the midst of all of that was probably like the real.
What was some of the tweets?
Because he was saying stuff about like the movie Get Out was about me. Like everybody knows that. So that could just be him going off the cuff. But we've all said that in joking and passing.
Yes.
When it comes to him and that family, anyway.
Right, and then remember when he was going off on Jay-Z.
Yes.
He appeared to say a whole bunch of bizarre things.
Right.
So when Kanye is in these moments, it's hard to discern what's real and what's not. But you have to take it all with a grain of salt. But I hope, and I'm hoping he lets the presidential stuff go away.
Yeah.
You got an album coming out Friday. Yeah. You got an album coming out tonight.
Yes.
The Donda, 12 midnight.
Donda.
Yeah. It's named after his mother?
Yeah.
Okay, so that comes out at midnight tonight. So let's hope. Because I always listen to the music. I don't get into the pile. I want to hear the music. If the music speaks to me, that's all I'm concerned about. J. Cole dropped 2 joints.
They were good.
They were pretty good. They were pretty good.
Yeah, they were good.
He said he's got his energy back.
Yeah.
He's motivated to rock again.
Apparently he got two sons that...
Well, when you don't put out music, you know what you're doing. You bumping.
True.
So him and wifey bumping. He got 2, and now a family involved, and maybe he can get back to the creative aspect. So we want to kind of just wish Kanye well, and wish Megan Thee Stallion's toe grows back. Hope so.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Any questions?
Let's get them likes up. We only got 700 or 680 of those.
Yeah, we need more of those.
Let's get them likes up.
And let's get some questions.
And let's get some questions going.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, side note. Did you read the story about KFC?
Oh, yeah.
They're going to start manufacturing 3D chicken sandwiches or something?
Yeah, they're using animal cells for 3D printed meat in Russia.
In Russia.
Yeah.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. KFC in Russia is going to start 3D printing chicken sandwiches.
Yes. That is.
And if that's what listen, but again, when the people become artificial, the AI, and you got a chip in your head for music and this and that, you can eat what appears to be chicken.
Well, they started it early with the plant-based, the Beyond Meat, the Impossible Burgers.
Right. As a matter of fact, Burger King just won a case because they saying that we didn't say it was vegan, it's plant-based or something, which is a small way to avoid. And because people started saying, well, how are you cooking it on the same grill that you cooking the beef?
Yeah.
So it's basically got beef flavor to it. But it's a plant-based burger. It ain't vegan.
Yeah, that's the legal loopholes that they can use.
Legal loopholes.
Yeah.
Sort of like saying something is all natural.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 9% juice. I was drinking some shit, and that shit said, like, made with real juice. And I said, what the fuck else would it be made with? It says juice. Yeah. And then I turned the carton over, and that shit was like 9% juice. I said, wow. Yeah. But we going back to sugar water anyway.
Dude,
you're going to drink some of that sugar water.
Dude.
And mayonnaise sandwiches. And bologna with the big ass block that fry and the middle come up.
My body.
That's how you know the bologna is ready.
My body is a temple, sir.
Yeah, whatever.
And I be on that Juice Plus.
Well, I don't give
up.
What I'm saying? You off all that now. Give me your phone right now. I'm giving you a beeper. Shit, we going back.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, so Biden, again, I don't know what world he was in, but he said that we've never had a racist president.
I heard that.
Prior to Trump being in office.
I heard that. I'm like, and was he talking to Obama when he made that statement?
He was.
And Obama didn't correct him and say, wait a minute now. What?
Of course not.
Wait a minute, Bill.
But again, even the fact that he was talking to Obama, again, because they think we need votes. People like, Obama.
Yeah, bring Obama back.
Bring Obama. Yeah, man. Like, I don't get it.
You could have been like, wait a minute, Bill.
Nope.
Biden, the George Washington was he owned slaves, and Lincoln owned slaves. Wait a minute, Bill. I mean, Jefferson owned slaves, and he even did he have a Negro?
Yes, he did. He had a bunch
of children,
a bunch of them.
Wait a minute, Biden. I usually support you, but
yo, it's funny watching everybody like jump the Trump ship right now.
Yeah.
Because like, apparently we were talking about it. He's like down in all the polls.
Yeah.
And especially in all the swing states. And right now the thing with him is he's making it too easy to just. And then when Biden is doing this smart too, he's not saying anything. You know what I'm saying?
He's letting him bury himself.
He's just letting him bury himself. And I guess, you know what I mean? So,
no, but
and I just want everybody out there to understand. I cannot wait to not vote.
Say that again, and then hit the bomb.
I cannot wait to not vote this November. Yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all can have it.
And I put out a meme that said, replacing Trump with Biden is like shitting your pants and changing your shirt. Perfect meme. Yo. You shit your pants and you change your shirt.
Yo, it was people that were mad at us for our Kanye take last on the Monday show because they're saying like all Kanye is doing is splitting the vote, and I was just like, all right, so we could debate anything you want to debate, right? You could, chattel slavery, indentured servitude. We could talk about the semantics there. We could talk if we gave him too much fine. But the minute you start talking about Biden like he is going to, like we need him, conversation's over. Like,
conversation's over.
Ask anybody. And I'll ask you, like, are you saying that? Because we can just end this right here.
I don't want to talk to you further if your savior is Biden, who told me out his own mouth that he's the only one who can beat Biden. He said that shit out of his own mouth. I was sitting here eating a sandwich. I said, wait, did he just say that? Yeah, he did. With a straight face. So, yeah.
Yeah, and, real quick, Trump actually said, because they asked him about the Ghislaine Maxwell thing, and he said that he wishes her well wishes, something like that. And then, if you remember, the guy, Scaramucci, who was on the Trump, he was on the Trump cabinet at one point, he said he thinks that was a code to her to not say anything.
Oh, okay, okay. Could be because remember these people speak in code.
He is on that ledger. I was watching.
Of course, he's on that ledger.
He is on that ledger. And then I saw another Instagram post about a bunch of names that were supposedly on the Jeffrey Epstein ledger, and I'm looking through the names and I saw Sean Carter. I'm like, do we know another Sean Carter?
No, that's Sean Carter.
Okay,
that's your boy.
Yeah, okay.
And speaking of that, Twitter is getting rid of a whole bunch of accounts.
QAnon accounts.
150,000 QAnon accounts. And they're also labeling them domestic terrorists.
Yep.
So what does that mean? Does that mean people were right all along that this was some bullshit, or is that their way of saying we need to quell this down? Remember, because there could be some truth to it.
Well, remember I said a lot of advertisers are leaving Twitter, and one of the reasons because after that hack, it just kind of exposed that they can move anything up to be a trending topic that they want.
Right. So they controlling minds.
So these are not, again, free platforms. These are just publishing companies. You get what I'm saying? They let you tweet until they don't.
Yeah. They'll let you post
until they don't.
Until they don't.
Until they don't.
Yeah. So you take advantage, but don't put your life on the line for that.
Yeah.
Because they can remove that at any given time. So I thought that was interesting that all the QAnon accounts have been deleted.
Yeah.
And labeled domestic terrorists.
That is interesting.
That is some interesting ish. Anybody got any questions out there?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
do some questions.
Before we get up out of here for this weekend, man.
Yeah, man. I would ask you what you're doing. You changing shitty diapers.
Bro.
That's pretty much your weekend, man. And you said you could feel him pooping your hand right there.
We be chilling, talking.
He just bombs you. Boom,
he just look at me.
Like, yo, it's coming.
Like, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah. That's the circle of life. One day he will change your duty diapers.
I was just like,
perhaps.
Son, let's go with you.
Yeah, facts. Why y'all sleeping on Milwaukee activism? Not. Big up to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I don't know where that came
from. Whatever it is y'all got going out there, we want to big y'all up. Send me some links to something so I can be in the loop.
About it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Definitely.
Yep. A ghetto Cosby story? No.
Those got to come natural.
Right, it's got to come natural.
Somebody said, "Where's Brother Oba?" He's around. He'll be up here soon.
He'll be up here. Trust me. When he got the goods,
yeah, he showed me the cover. I told you he showed me the cover of his new book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. So I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when he got it, Who you think won? X won that? Maybe by a nose, pun intended, right? A great battle, though. Probably the best one, the best verses I've seen. You know what I mean? I can't think of another one that really had that kind of energy.
Beanie
you know
Man.
Yo, that was crazy.
I think that was the best. That might
Beanie,
have been the best
yeah, that was that, Beanie and Bounty. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. But this is right along up there.
Somebody said, are any black Hollywood elites participating in spirit cooking and adrenochrome? I think so.
I think all of them are.
Yeah.
That's just me. I think there's a certain level. You see Tiffany Haddish shave her head bald, right? And what do you think that's about? Because initially I'm saying to myself, that may be her sending a signal, just me, that now she's in. Because just because you be in Hollywood frolicking around don't mean you in.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I took that as her shaving her head, looking like one of these NBA players and shit. I said, damn, my man, who got in trouble and shit? And it was her and shit. When I took a closer look. That could also be a sign, you know, I'm coming in. You see what happened to Britney Spears when she shaved her head.
Side note, so I read this really interesting story on Britney Spears. Apparently, when she had her meltdown, I think that was 2007, her pops got the doctors to sign everything over to him.
He was her handler.
It's like any money, how far she can go, what she can say, like all goes through him.
Yes, to
this day, even, and then because they were making the point that how is she unfit to do stuff when after all that happened she went on tour again?
Right.
So how is she unfit?
Right.
How is she,
that doesn't even support that. They wanted all her resources and all of that. But remember, she was a childhood star, so the father was pimping her out to Hollywood executives for many years.
There's an actual
allegedly.
There's an episode on Black Mirror on Netflix on it was a child star who was actually played by Miley Cyrus, if you remember, and her consciousness got put into this doll where she couldn't do anything.
Right.
And her aunt had control. Interesting stuff.
Interesting stuff.
Somebody asked about suggestions for independent news sites. A really good site that I follow, The Hill. I think I'm not even sure if they're conservative or left leaning because like all the news is like right down the middle. Like it's just the news. So thehill.com, and you can follow them on Twitter. They're really good.
So Hughley said, family, what's good with folks calling women men? I didn't call Tiffany Haddish a man. I said when I first looked at it, I wasn't sure she looked like a guy.
Because she had her head shaved.
Right, and me just scrolling past so stop trying to, just stop. All right, nice try. But Tiffany Haddish's handler could be common because I think they've been rocking together during this, and we know he's in because he said black people should just give white people a chance. He said that.
I remember that, yeah.
He's like, we should just stick out our hand to white people and give them a chance.
What else? What do you think about the China-Iran deal? I'm not really too familiar about it, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Right, the coin shortage, we spoke about that.
We did.
Because since when, and that's how soon there's going to be a money shortage or the money is going to be contaminated because of COVID. So everything is going to be digital. These are segues into what the future holds.
Do you think the Jeffrey Epstein girl is about to tell it all? I hope, man.
Oh, somebody on there did. D. Hughley, I apologize. I thought you were asking me that. See? Shut up, Dot. See? Mind your business. It's a whole nother conversation going on in the chat. Yeah. Mind your business. See, this is what happens when I get a few minutes to look into the chat.
So yeah, somebody said yes. The Hill. They also have a YouTube channel as well.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they really. I like them.
Okay,
I like them.
All right. A chance to slice off our fingers. A chance to slice off our fingers. Ooh, I don't know what that means. I do remember being in Bavaria, Germany, the home of the Illuminati. And it was these guys. I'll tell a story one day. And they all had shaved fingers. I think they were a part of some kind of cult. We were hanging out with them, though. Yeah.
Were you?
Because we the gods. Yeah.
Were you now? Okay.
Sure. I just said, hey, that's peculiar. All you guys with shaved heads and these weird tattoos, you have your fingers cut off.
Somebody said, is it possible that August, Jada, and Will was all one big marketing scheme? Hell yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. That's why even this Kanye stuff, like like
he got an album coming out tonight.
He got an album coming out, and his wife has a show that's been on for 13, 14 seasons at this point. Probably long, yeah.
Cleveland will not let Griff get removed from the Hall of Fame. We'll see. I mean, you know, what y'all think Maxwell gonna do? I don't know. What is he? He got music coming out or something?
I think they took my Jaleel Maxwell.
Oh, Jaleel Maxwell. Oh, see, I am slow.
That's funny.
Okay, I thought you meant the artist. I'm like, he got some new heat out. I rocks with Maxwell.
That's funny.
What you think about Jesse Lee Peterson views on the black family? I didn't hear that.
That's the one who got the Coon Train Award.
Oh, forget him, man. Yeah, that dude is
different.
He's different. He's different with a straight face different.
Yeah.
He mean that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That dude is different.
Okay, Grizel Maxwell to appeal judge's order of unsealing records in civil case. Okay. What about Oprah Raid? I don't know. On her house. Not sure.
I saw another question in here that I wanted to say.
Is there a chance it would be 90 for a year straight, fam? I hope not. I can't deal with that kind of heat.
Yeah, man.
How can black people take reparations and move the culture forward collectively? That's a lecture in itself. I mean, let's start and have them at least recognize that this is the greatest crime committed against humanity. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Simon Schuzelberger and them and all that old shit they went through.
And here's the thing as well. I don't think just giving every black person who is a descendant of a slave in this country a check will solve all our problems.
Come on, we seen the Chappelle show. We don't even have the financial literacy and understanding of how to make the money work. So I would think it would be more of a combination of things like free college, guaranteed home loans, free medical, where we can't. We just benefit from it being where we can roll into the benefits and some cash. You know what I'm saying? And even if we have to qualify for the cash, a 6-week training course on financial literacy. Well, I'm going off my head movies right now.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like that kind of excludes people, even though you're qualified to actually have the money. So I wouldn't say that.
I'm just rolling things around in my head, movie in real time. Okay. You know, whereas where you get certified for the money, at least you can do something with your money and make your money become generational. Because we're talking generational. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Because we've been screwed generationally, and this is why with a 400-year head start, we are oppressed and in this situation. Yeah. A one-time payment is not going to do it. Yeah. It has to be. They gotta cut that distance down. Where in 100 years we on even playing ground. So 2 generations, maybe 3, we on even playing grounds, and then let our future generations live and do their thing. And I'm not an expert on it, so please don't at me and tell me I don't know about reparations. You're right, I don't. I'm just speaking off the cuff. The experts are getting here and chew me a new ass.
Oh my god!
They be in the comment section. You are stupid.
They be hot. Oh my god!
Damn, son, I'm stupid. Like damn, son. Like god damn.
RLG, thank you for the PayPal donation.
COVID is coming back soon. As the temp drops, I say the same thing.
But where did they go?
Who would your IG battle Nas versus the entire Rockefeller? I think Nas and Jay-Z would be a great battle. I think Jay-Z has more hits per se.
He does.
But Nas has more underground joints. I mean, just for the sake of the culture, Can't have reparations without land. Yeah, where's my 40 acres?
And somebody asked us, do we speak multiple languages? No, I do not.
I speak the language of Nah Me. Yeah, I speak that. We got a T-shirt with that. Nah Me, son. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get Noble to speak multiple languages early. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because his brain can handle that now. Yeah. And they got those really cool apps now to help you with your Spanish.
I actually took 5 years. No. Literally, I took 5 years Spanish when I went to New York. I was chilling.
And you don't know shit. So just stop it.
If you're in New York City, I passed my Spanish region. So
yeah, whatever.
I forgot it all now, but
Me, mucha linda, mami. Un poquito español, un poquito.
I could
do.
Marcus is good though.
Yeah, mami,
Marcus is fluent.
Marcus is fluent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes that shit. But mommy, you know what I mean when I say, hey, mommy, me, you?
Somebody said Ebonics. Facts, that's a real language.
How do I say 40 in Spanish? How do I say that? Because everything is 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. 4, 4. Me, you, 4. Like, yeah.
Somebody said reparations is land, money, and programs. Yeah, it's not just money.
Right,
like, that's
right.
not gonna.
I would agree with that. That it's all of those things.
Like, it's not, that's
because we need to be able to grow into something that we can leave. Not just, I got a $400,000 check. You didn't get nothing because you
half.
You have. And then, I trick it, you know what I mean? And get that thing popping. People start showing up at my door. Bing bong.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's out here playing? You have to look down. Oh. Hey, ladies. Y'all want to get into something?
That's funny.
Y'all heard I got that bread, right? Yeah. So, so it has to be something you can grow into.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that it, family? What are your thoughts about the lady who surpassed Oprah as the richest black the richest black woman in the world?
She's from is she from Nigeria or somewhere?
Probably.
I believe I read about her.
Probably.
And anytime we reach those pentacles, I guess is that the right word, pentacle?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. It's a great thing. I don't, because our children need to have reference points. So I'm always about the reference point. Oh, that's something to strive for. And if you made your money the right way and you're giving back to humanity and you're not robbing the people, then I think that's a great thing. Yes.
But okay, guys.
Okay.
We're about to get up out of here.
Oh yeah, that's 2 hours.
Yeah, we're about to get up out of here.
Darn it. 2 hours. We definitely out of here. We working overtime.
Yeah, we're about to get up out of here, you guys. So with that being said, don't forget to like.
But we will end it with a Black Dot Quickie. Let's get a Black Dot Quickie in there.
Go ahead.
Since people wanted to Ghetto Cosby story.
And it's not Pentacle, it's Pinnacle.
Pinnacle.
Shout out to the chat.
See the chat. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, this Black Dot Quickie is called Do You. Right? Now, you know me, cooking something up for you. You have to have a shower curtain that you can't see on the other side for this to work.
Okay.
Okay, so now, it works better if you are already in the shower.
Okay.
And little man he's being potty trained. So that's why it's do you. So, while he's doing this, mommy will get in the shower and be peekaboo, doo-doo, peekaboo, and, you're in there doing you as that happens, right? He's celebrating, sitting there because he's got to have patience, but you have to distract him so that he'll sit there. Okay. So while mommy's looking out of the curtain, you know what I'm saying? Did you do it yet? Huh? Okay. And then you're in there pounding away, but it's a quickie.
Okay, listen, there's a lot that can go wrong.
No, wait a minute.
Slip, everybody's dying. He's still on the toilet.
No. So then, when you finish and you come out and woo, and he be like, I didn't know Daddy was in there too. And then you be like, yeah, she be like, yeah, he was in there parking the car in the garage.
Nope.
That one is called doo-doo.
I don't like that one.
Do you?
I don't like that one.
It works.
I don't like that one.
I got 1,000 of them. That works.
I don't like that one.
And with that being said,
like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
Subscribe to the blog at Urban Xcellence. If you want to advertise with us, if you're a small business with a product or a business to promote, you can reach out to sales@urbanx.nyc.
And it's closing up fast.
Yes, it's closing up fast. We're about to head for our first month of doing this in August. And so with that being said, peace. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out.
Yes, please do that. Please hit the like button on the way out.
Peace.